Israelites who come out every week to prophesy the downfall of this kingdom, America, which is called the daughter of Babylon in the Bible, and to teach you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you are the Lord's chosen people on the sign, the 12 tribes of Israel. Want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone camp for teaching us the truth of the Bible. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect scattered around the world. Shalom.
And these times are like the fog. You see the fog behind us? These times are like the fog because people can't see or discern what's really going on. And there was a pilot. We pray that everybody's safe, but we know that
that sister was in the pilot.
Yeah, that's on his brother. We always pray that people are safe because we're in the time where a whole bunch of, say, thousands of people are just going to start following one day because we'll be able to do miracles. Let's say we were caught up in that pilot and our heart's pumping and our adrenaline's going and we're humble and we see someone fucked up and we just all of a sudden put our hands on it and they get healed. All those people that's witnessed that, and imagine someone's on social media putting that on video, people are going to be like, wow, I got to go there. They're going to start following. So I want to go into Matthew 17. I love that sound.
It seems like we're at Pismo or something. The beach or something.
But we're in the Central Valley.
Yeah.
And this place used to be a lake. So just imagine how high the fog goes.
That's right.
Man, look at that bird.
Look at that.
Flying over us. That was pretty good. Go ahead.
Matthew 17.
17, what?
This is Matthew 17 and 1. And after 6 days, Yahushai taketh Peter, James, and John his brother, and bringeth them up into an high mountain apart.
So, Yahushai took them somewhere. We're not going to talk about where he took them, but we're going to talk about why he took them. Those are his brothers, his family, the hopeful, the elect actually, and we are the hopeful elect. We're hoping that we're part of that congregation. But he took them to show them something. And why didn't he show the whole world? Why didn't he show the 2/3? Well, 2/3 are, I figured it out today. 2/3 are a special breed because all those things Esau did to us, like rape the kids and all that homosexuality stuff, those 2/3 are going to do to Esau. And then they're going to die, and then they're going to be reborn in the kingdom as new babies. And they're going to be ashamed. But they're also going to be used. See, everything is being used. So Yahushua used his apostles to keep this truth going. If you can get Jeremiah 51, because here's the truth about their names. Peter, the name is the rock. And that's what his name means. His name is rock. And then James, his name is actually Jacob. Because if you look that up in the Blue Letter Bible, it goes into the Greek and it says Yaakobos. And that goes into Jacob or supplanter. And then John's name is Yawakanan or Yakanan. So we have to know those things. So those were their names in a time where it was Latin language being used, Rome being the apex ruler of the world, the whole world. And it all has to do with being selected. Everybody was selected to play a certain part. And now, this is the end of it. Can you get Jeremiah
51 and 1?
Yeah, 51 and 1.
This Jeremiah 51 and 1. Thus say the Most High, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying wind.
Yeah, man, that destroying wind had me with my nose in my Bible and on the computer for hours. This lesson is only, look how short it is. I'm going to show you how short it is. But it's not, that wasn't the whole lesson. I read Matthew 17, I read Jeremiah 51, and then I got precepts. And then I asked the Lord, help me get these precepts. And they start jumping in your head. Next thing you know, your imagination's going crazy. And you start figuring these things out through the Spirit. Also, I want to bring out that there's brothers in truth, in the so-called truth, I say, because they're hating on their brothers. They're hating on GMS. They're hating on other brothers. Oh, you guys wish Rap News was dying, and all you guys wish IUIC was dying. No, they're doing it to themselves. Those brothers that we give double honors to, they gave us a jewel. They gave us a jewel. They gave us a nice shiny diamond that's worth billions, which is the name, Yahweh Shem Shai. That'll get you out of the jam. And it's painfully obvious to see that if you abuse that name, you will get into a jam. Look at Nate. Oh, actually, don't. You can't look at Nate. You haven't seen him.
Yeah, I was gonna say
We haven't seen him.
You haven't seen him.
And then the other guy, what's his name? Yo, he's in IUIC too, but he's getting fucked up too.
The older one?
Yeah. He's just, all of a sudden he's calling us niggas.
Yeah.
Niggers. Niggers.
Wicked niggas?
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot his name, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not laughing at your pain. I'm not laughing at your pain. I'm laughing at why you got set up like that.
And it's crazy because there's the video that Daniel was saying, breaking down the name, you know, and he broke it down like correct, good too. And then all of a sudden for him not to use it though.
And then once upon a time you had pride in that name, because that's the only thing that we have to connect us to our history. Once we start using that name and we have 100% faith in that name, you start reading the scriptures, and then you start saying, okay, that's about me. I see myself in there. You start seeing chariots, you start seeing angels. You don't know they're angels, you think they're people. But they're actually angels, and they come into you when you're thinking a thought in your pure mind. But your mind didn't become pure when you were over here. Your mind became pure when you started making that transition. You know? Matthew 17:2.
It's Matthew 17:2, and was transfigured before them, and his face did shine as the sun, and his raiment was white as the light.
So, like in Jeremiah 51, it said that destroying wind is going to be selected for you. We're going to get transfigured like Yahweh. Because in these bodies, we can't do nothing. Oh, man, shit, my stomach was hurting before I came over here. And I was like, oh, man, having a bad one. But that's not about how that was actually Satan kicking my ass. You gonna go out there, nigga? You gonna go out there, nigga? Yeah, nigga, I'm gonna go out there. I'll see you out there. Right. But that's how you gotta be, man. We know that we're being tormented, and it's allowed. That torment is being allowed. That's how we're being tried and refined as pure silver and pure gold. Because, man, you're flipping a tortilla. That hurts, right? That's not even how gold gets purified. Gold gets purified at an intense, high level of heat. You ain't gonna say, "Ow!" You're gonna turn into a chicharron. Your hand's gonna crumble up. That's the fire, that spiritual fire, because we don't understand what's going on when it's going on. But then time passes by, and then we understand, because your wounds heal and all that stuff. Like, we didn't know why fucking stinky Joe Biden made that mandate. We did know in the truth, but these clowns didn't know. And then they got all scared into taking that jab. Man, that was all the same person who has the right hand and the left hand working together.
Yeah, balance.
Can you get Revelation 1 and 13? And then hold John 5 and 23 and 22. Because and let me read Matthew 17 and 2. Because it's just, oh man, it's just simple. It's a simple thing. And the more you study, the more you're into your true heritage, the more you learn. So, and it says, and what Matthew 17:2, and was transfigured before them, and his face did shine as the sun, and his raiment was white as light. So now they're describing him. But we're going to get a real description of him. Go ahead.
Revelation 1:13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
So that's the same man that they're seeing right here. John seeing over there, in the island of Patmos. See, most of these Christians will read and be like, what's going on? But there's some Christians that do know, but they don't know everything.
Yeah, or they just don't want to say it.
Or they're too afraid to go to that conclusion.
Yeah.
Like, there's the devil. Yeah. He's a counterpart to spiritual devil, Satan. And we're the counterpart to Yahweh Shai. He's a real Israelite. Yahweh and Yahweh Shai are Israelites. And we're their sons. We're a big family. We have 14.
14. His head and his hair were white like wool, and as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Hey, that flame of fire, baby. And that flame of fire, it works in so many dimensions. Because if we were to look at his eyes and see this flame of fire, we'd feel ashamed. And we'd feel bad because of all the transgression we did against his law. But his enemies would look at that flame and they'll get scared. And they'll be like, oh shit, he's coming for me. You know, there's different ways. But to us, and that's just to Israelites. And then to the hopeful elect, it's a healing. It's a healing light. Because it's all about light, right? Light where? Light in the darkness. Because this place is in darkness, and look at the fog. The fog is preventing the sun from coming down and shining light so people can see. So you have to go with their faith. And a lot of cars have that sensor where they can sense a car in front of them, a car behind them, a car to the side, but not everybody has that.
Yeah.
And then people just still driving all fast in the fog. It's like you say, we're going to celebrate Christmas, and that's his birthday. And then you find out that it's not. And the New Year's coming up. It's going to be February, I think it's March. Yeah, March 3rd. Yep, that's the new moon. And that's going to be the beginning of our new year. And then 7 days after that, or is it 7 or 14? I think it's 7. 14. And then people don't even understand the Sabbath. They don't understand the Sabbath. Like we're going to have one tonight, and then the full moon's Monday. So that's 2 Sabbaths we have to worship. Tonight, and then tomorrow night. Oh, wait. It's tonight to Monday night. That's the new moon that we're celebrating because it's every 7 days. And then the full moon is on Monday night. So that starts the new.
Okay, yeah, got you.
Because you have to think about it. These Christians are like, so it's just Saturday. How about Friday to Saturday? That's easy. Well, Yahweh Shai made all the days. You know, so they're all holy.
And it's crazy because it's celebrating. Some say the Sabbath is on Saturday, but that's going back to Saturn. Yeah, the god of Saturn, though, and then they're celebrating the day of Roman Greek pagan from back.
That's why he's gonna bring up that wind. So it's finish that up with 15.
15. And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burn in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters.
So his feet are what? Dark. They're Negro feet. He's got black feet because he's got black skin. He's got an afro. His hair's like wool because he's got a fro. So, and then it's Matthew 17:3. And behold, there appeared unto them Moses and Elias talking with him. So Peter's gonna fuck up right now. So I'm gonna just tell you right now, Peter's gonna fuck up right now. Because, I'll just read it. Then answered Peter and said unto Yahushua, Lord, it is good for us to be here. If thou wilt, let us make here 3 tabernacles, one for thee, and one for Moses, and one for Elias. And in John 5:22 and 23.
This is John 5:22. For the Father judgeth no man, but hath committed all judgment unto the Son,
So if Yahushua is the ultimate judge, Peter fucked up right now. Should we build a tabernacle for Elias and Moses? Next one.
That all men should honor the Son even as they honor the Father.
Boom. So, hey, is Moses the son? No. Is Elias the son? No. Yahushua is the son. And that's why you people are getting fucked up. Hey, that dude, I think he's a deacon something. From the IUIC. Yeah, he was all quiet, but he was shook up. He was shook up. You know, if you ever look at, let's say, because your sister got in a wreck, look at her. She's traumatized right now.
Yeah, she's lost. Yeah.
She's a little different right now.
Yeah.
Deacon Destruction's a little different right now because he's traumatized. He's getting touched by the Lord. Satan's touching him. He's giving him a shakes. This guy could be talking to some fine ass bitch, and all of a sudden he starts getting an epilepsy attack.
Seizure.
That's what the brother just said right before camp, because he told me that since you got sick up.
That's scary. That's scary shit.
Yeah, that's what I
Just
said.
imagine, but hers is like she saw what happened. She can get over it because she saw that it was an accident, and accidents don't happen every day, and she's okay, so she can get better.
Yeah.
Deacon Destruction, who's doing that to me?
Yeah.
Doing that to him. It's a spiritual attack.
And those are the ones that.
You can't even see your enemy.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck how black your belt is. You ain't gonna see it. You ain't gonna see it coming. Let's see. Old Revelation 1 and 7, and then go to Isaiah 47 and 3, and then this is Matthew 17 and 5. While he yet spake, behold, a bright cloud overshadowed them, and behold, a voice out of the cloud, which said, This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Hear ye him. So there you go. You got to understand that Yahushua is what we're worshiping. When we're reading from the Bible, it's all about the Son, you know. And there's parables in there that make you think about, you know, the relationship between Father and Son, and how Son takes over the Father's business eventually.
I got a precept.
Right?
There's St. John 12 and 26. If any man serve me, let him follow me and be where I am. There shall be also my servant be. If any man serve me, him will my Father honor.
Hey, so those guys, and Nate, I don't know how you're going to get back from that. How the fuck are you going to get back from that? He said, and I quote, those niggas in GMS that use, and any brother that uses the name Yahushua is a demon. Or he said something like that. That's just fucking pouring it on thick, bro.
It's like they all have something against Yahweh Shai though. But what is that in 19? It said they before they hated me before they, you know.
Yeah. Oh, and I did a listen about that called revile. They revile Yahushua. They hate him. They hate us. They hate anything that has to do with Yahushua. That's messed up, really, because you don't know what's going on, and also you're being blinded by the fog of hate. You know, you think that just because, and you don't have to get along with all your brothers. Just because some brother calls you out and says something about you, you get all upset at the whole truth. You can't just take criticism. Sometimes shit like that happens. Revelation 1 and 7. Now remember, a bright cloud came and overshadowed. Right?
Revelation 1 and 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him.
So that's a destroying wind. And what brings clouds in? The wind. You see, and that's why you have to have respect for the elders. And that's why you have to give double honor. Because we're not learning this without the help of them. They have to help us. Because when you were calling on Jesus, what were you getting? You were getting your hopes up. That's what you were getting, and that's all you would get.
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing. Like putting a quarter in a parking meter and waiting for bubblegum to come out. It ain't gonna happen. You know, it's just not gonna happen. So this cloud, and it's gonna be a huge cloud, but he's gonna bring more than that cloud. He's gonna bring all the chariots, and they're gonna just imagine the planet Earth like this. The planet Earth's over here. Just imagine one big chariot, and then all the other chariots all around. It's gonna be the whole planet's gonna be dark. Because that's what it said, right? All of them shall be veiled. How is somebody from Australia gonna see what's happening here in California? That's gonna be a huge fucking shit. Isaiah 47:3.
Isaiah 47:3. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance and will not meet thee as a man.
Hey, so, people like to say, God's all love. That doesn't sound like Jesus' love. He said he's going to embarrass somebody. He's going to completely embarrass. Because look at you motherfuckers embarrassed Yahushua. The first thing that happened when Pilate told you, you want Barabbas, or should I let this man go that has done nothing? And they said, give us the killer, give us the murderer. Then those Romans put that purple cloth on our Lord, and it's the crown of thorns, and started fucking him up.
And then top it out, what it said, King of Jews.
King of Jews.
King of Jews.
And
So
that's why that's why these Pharisees and Sadducees were upset, because they wanted to freestyle. They didn't want to have no movement. And that's why these two-thirds bucked up against GMS and all the elders and the apostles. It's just not the apostles. They got elders, apostles, bishops, elders, and then your big brothers. It's all about how come they have to tell you what to do, or because you don't know what to do.
It's all about structure, though. You gotta have structure, man. You have to.
Like when you start your first day at any job, there's someone there that knows a lot, and there's someone there that doesn't know anything. You're not gonna ask the person that doesn't know anything. You're gonna ask the person that knows a lot. Hey, help me out so I can get this job done. Let's get Romans 12:19.
Romans 12:19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath.
And the Lord said in Isaiah 47:3, he said, vengeance is mine. So read that again, please.
Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath.
You gotta give place. You gotta let that shit slide. Let it happen. If someone calls you a bitch ass nigga, be like, hey, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a nice day. What's the big deal? You're gonna have, because vengeance is his, and I just told you in the beginning that the 2/3 are gonna take control of the situation and do those nasty things that were done to us. They're gonna be that part of the wicked stick. It just makes so much sense when you calm down and take it one scripture at a time, like the apostles say, one scripture at a time, and precept upon precept. Let's get Hebrews 12:29 and then Deuteronomy 4:24.
Hebrews 12:29.
Yeah.
For our power is a consuming fire.
Yeah, our power is a consuming power. It's a consuming fire. Well, read that again, because that one's...
Hebrews 12:29. For our power is a consuming fire.
Hey, baby. Yahweh Shemi Yahushua is a consuming power. And then what's going to happen when you don't understand? You get consumed in 100% wrath. You don't know where it's coming from. But let's say you get sentenced, and then you know it's coming, you can expect it. People used to get lashes before, and they would expect it. Let's get Deuteronomy 4.
Deuteronomy 24.
4. So in Hebrews, that was the time where Yahweh came, and then he was crucified and then resurrected. So that was thousands of years later. After this, go ahead.
Deuteronomy 4 and 24. For Yahweh thy power is a consuming fire, even a jealous power.
There you go, baby. So he has everything figured out, and he had time to plan it because he's angry. You know, there's a lot of wrath going around. So why? Do these people deserve what's happening? Yeah, they do.
The punishment is what it is, though.
Sometimes you get punished just to get scared. Some people got in wrecks the whole, like Monday through Friday, there was wrecks. This fog is crazy.
Foggy, though. Yeah.
This fog is crazy. Some people didn't die. Some people got hurt.
Well, actually, someone out of Kalinga, someone did die.
Yeah.
It's yesterday. That was literally barely coming out of Kalinga, they died. They tried car crash.
Some people, so judgment is selective. Just like, it's not for everybody. You know, some people will get in the same accident as someone else, but they won't get hurt. And then that other person that they're with get all fucked up. This is 2 Kings 19 and 35. And it came to pass that night that the angel of Yahweh went out and smote in the camp of the Assyrians 100, 5,000. And when they arose early in the morning, behold, they were all corpses, dead corpses. See, and that was well deserved because they were coming up against Judah. They, however, already taken Israel. You know, that was the time of the Assyrians.
That's a powerful power for that to happen. So all the
that's the power. That's
the power.
That's the consuming fire. See how he used one angel? He used one angel, and then this time for his vengeance, he's going to use the 2/3. He's going to use Esau. He's going to use the armies of the world. He's going to use us. He's going to use the chariots. He's going to use everybody. This is big time. This is the big show. This is the pay-per-view event of the millennium, of history of the universe. So, that's your next 17. And all Matthew, next 17 is Matthew 26. But this is what you have to expect if you're going to be part of the truth, and then you're going to call on the names. You're going to call on the names that have integrity in them.
You better believe in the name, but now you don't be saying it. You know?
Like those guys in IUIC, you can call him whatever you want. You can call him a faggot. Hell no. He'll turn you into a faggot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So these guys in IUIC, you know, they're going to get, the statue's going to get broken on them, and then their shepherd's going to fall, and they're going to get dispersed, and then the next thing you know, there's going to be like 10 different camps coming out of there.
Branches are going to put a lot of that stuff.
That's what happens when, and you know this for a fact, you're out there pruning, you cut one branch, a couple more come out eventually.
Yeah.
You start throwing branches, and that's the fruit.
Yeah, because when you cut the branch, you're supposed to let like the lead, like the other little small branches, they're going to grow. There's like they're going to grow the fruit, the branch. So you just cut the top one, and then you still got, it's still the same branch, but there's other small ones that are still going to grow.
Cut the older branch, you let the newer branch give fruit.
Yeah.
Because the newer branch give out that, they let all the nutrition pass into the brain, to the stem. And then this, because there's no bark, it's hard, and then it doesn't allow the roots to go through. Right?
Matthew 17:6. And when the disciples heard it, they fell on their face and were sore afraid.
Yeah, so we all got to be sore afraid. Damn, this is the power we're dealing with? Yes, sir. Because he'll touch everybody. He'll let everybody get touched. The apostles were sick a couple of weeks ago. Now they're all better. I hope everybody's better. shit, we were sick. You know, I caught corona, then I got better, and that's just the way it is. You gotta pray everything is gonna happen.
And then, you know, and you see too that you didn't go to the hospital. You, what, at home?
And all that stuff.
People that were getting sick went to the hospitals, they never came out of those shits.
Shit. That's because they have faith in the system.
Exactly.
That's that metaphor. That mark in the forehead that they have.
That makes go to the hospital.
You know, when they get sick, the first thing they do, I gotta go to the doctor. I gotta go to the hospital.
Yeah. That's what people, the first thought in your mind, you know?
Why? I mean, I never liked going to the hospital anyway.
Yeah.
Lord willing, I don't ever have to come. Matthew 26,
53. Matthew 26 and 53. And that name, our, said Yahweh to the multitude, are you come out as against a thief with swords and staffs for to take me? I sat daily with you teaching in the temple, and ye laid hold on me.
So that was the thing that we can't stand. We're over here talking to you daily, trying to teach you daily, and then you start plotting on us, then you're gonna take our Lord away. You see, they took him away because he was spreading the truth, giving everybody light, showing everybody how to do their own ceremonies, you know, teaching them how to fish. They're still teaching us how to fish, and we're still trying to take them away. That's what they're doing, because when they put this mandate out, so many people that had faith lost their faith. And you saw it on the video. Oh, I don't feel like I have faith anymore. You know, Matthew 17:7, and Yahweh came to touch you. He said, arise and be not afraid. So he healed them. He said, he took that cowardice away from them. And he said, get up and don't be scared. So we can't be scared. You know?
Yeah, because like I said, yesterday was a big accident though. But I'm more afraid of the most Yahweh Shema Shai. Because I'm gonna be like, well, you know what, it's too foggy, I don't wanna go out there. Yeah, fuck that. You know, I'm gonna stay at Yahweh Shema Shai doing something to me for not to come out here and camp. That's the real fear right there. Yeah, it fog too, you know, it could be scary at times, don't get me wrong, but who are you gonna fear more, the fog or the one that made the fog?
Exactly. That's the
You
point.
know? That's the thing. And yesterday it was real foggy, way foggy than today. So today it was a walk in the park compared to yesterday.
And it's different in Kalinga and Huron and all these places. It's different and it gets bad. It gets bad. The patches and then some patches you can't see anything.
Well, Kalinga, because you know over there it's like desert and all that, so we don't get that much out here. Because out here I noticed a bunch of more fields compared to more fog. Kalinga all the way to Huron, it wasn't foggy. So I started coming more over here. That's when I started getting more foggy.
Those are the hills.
Yep.
So we're saying that this is the hill. And this is the valley. It's all going to start coming down and gathering in the valley. And that's where it rises. And then it gets fucking bad. And I couldn't even see Monday or Tuesday. I was like, I had to roll down my window just to hear the cars.
Oh yeah.
Because I couldn't see. And I was far. And I was praying for me and my wife. She had to drive to the corner.
Oh, and then working out there too.
Yeah,
Huh?
it's bad.
Yeah.
So see, the whole time we're down here, we're praying and praying and praying.
That's all we could do.
Yeah, we're living in captivity. You know, he's gonna come back. We'll see the changes in the times. We'll see the changes in the spirit of people's faces. People are getting scared. People are getting healed. People are getting protecting the name of the Yahweh. People are blaspheming. It's just a big show right now. It's a big show, and everybody has to. Because you know, he has places and people that are in those places. You know, those guys that are getting fucked up because they're blocking the name, their places get fucked up so that the rest of us don't block the name. Yeah. So that we learn from them. We don't want to learn from getting sick. Man. Because that deacon with destruction, he was scared, bro.
Yeah. What is Galatians 6? You reap what you sow?
Yeah. They're like he was gonna, like school was gonna go out. I mean, the bell was gonna ring, and he had to go fight the bully.
He's waiting outside for a while.
Yeah. Hey, so you know, our power is a consuming power. It's consuming fire. And man, and he's going to go against Babylon. He's going to go against the two-thirds. He's going to go against all these people. All the nations that are mingled amongst in Babylon, they're all going to get fired up. You know, and then the World War III, this is